guys, welcome to my channel, AquaStarGoddess. If you're new here, definitely subscribe, hit the bell so you can get notifications when I upload new videos. Smash the like button. What is going on? I just got back home. I was at my office and bro, I started to fall asleep and everything. And let me tell you, the moment I got into this fucking Uber, I spilled my goddamn drink on me, all over me. I'm glad it didn't spill, and you know what I mean, too much in the Uber, but still, all over me. It's like my whole pants are wet, like just right in the middle, just right in the middle, right in the center. This is hot all up in the middle. So, how's it going? Hopefully, you guys are well. I'm doing okay. I wore my fro today. Is it crazy? It's a little bit crazy, isn't it? It might be a little crazy, but I like it. I like it. Oh my goodness. I just feel like sometimes when I go up there, like I'm not getting the work done that I need to get done. I don't know what's going on energetically up there, but sorry about that. Sorry about that. Okay, so like today, right? Frustration. So much frustration after hopping in this car and then spilling all of my fucking drink on me. It was so annoying. Anyway. No biggie. No biggie. No biggie. No biggie. Maybe what I need to do is just like early in the morning, get up and go to the office and work from there. You know what I mean? Like I feel like if I get up in the morning and I go to the office in the morning time, it might be a better flow because I've been going kind of like in the evening time and just working in the evening time and then going up there and then being there. But I don't know how much that's working out. All right, let's do a couple of card pulls. Let's do a card pull. Let's do a card pull, okay? Let's do a card pull for those of you out there who want to know what's going on in Tarot land. All right, let's do a little card pull for you guys. Oops. I think I might need to go and get my little, yeah, let's go get my phone stand here. All right, let's go get my phone stand. Hopefully I remembered to fold it up and put it in my bag when I left the office, but let's see. I did. Wonderful. Excellent. Okay. Excellent. I do have my phone stand. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. This is wonderful news. Yeah, this is my look today. I know. None of your business. Okay. All right, let's pull some cards. Let's see what's going on in the tarot. Inner Vibe Speak supposed to come out. Fine. Fine. Fuck it. Fine. At this point, I don't give a shit. I already spilt my goddamn drink on me today, so fuck it. Fine. Alright, Spirit, clear and concise. What I want to bring out today. I need a blanket up there because I swear. All right, here we go. Let's find out what the cards want to say. The double card. The Devil card can represent so many things. One of the things it can represent, though, is like your personal demons, like your personal problems, things that you need to work through or work out or things like that. We also have the Temperance card. Yep. Healing some of your personal demons. We also have the Three of Wands, which could mean that you're waiting for something to come out as well. But, sorry, mostly what I'm seeing is kind of somebody who's needing to heal their inner personal demons type thing. Find a solution to this problem. Yep, there it is. It's like you need to work out your inner issues. Maybe the negative thoughts or inner demons. Also, I realized that I love you just came out. What? Your lover is spying on you. So somebody's spying on you, okay? You got a lover that is spying on you. They're waiting for something to come out. Maybe this person is waiting for something bad or negative to come out about you, you know? And so they're spying on you as a result. Six of Cups is here. This could be somebody who is of your past life lover, or just somebody that you've known for quite a while. We also have the Knight of Cups and the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords represents depression, okay? That means that somebody's just not feeling good. They just see things negatively, and they just, you know, it's analysis, paralysis, all in your head about something in a negative way. You make me feel special, improve your finances. So this is somebody who's got terrible finances. Their money is all fucked up, but they see you as somebody very special. Okay, I do also feel like this person is just really grounded and rooted in their negative energy or thinking. Something like that. That's kind of what's coming up. This is here. So, all right, let's find out what else is in here. The Six of Cups did come out. So this could be somebody who's been thinking about you, who misses you a little bit, you know what I mean? It's like they're talking about it hurts when you're not with me or whatever. So maybe they, you know what I mean? Maybe they're like really thinking about you heavily. I'm experiencing dark night of the soul. This person might be going through a lot of shit, you know what I mean? It might be a lot of shit going on around them. And they really aren't picking up on the fact that they might be, the spirit, it's like spirit is trying to awaken this person and bring this person into the light, but this person don't see that. They just think that the world is trash and that the world is just trying to cause them problems. So you are so special to me. This person feels like you're special and they're sorry that they hurt you, okay? This person definitely wants to be more than friends. So they don't want to just be friends, honey. They want the booty, okay? They miss spending time with you, okay? They miss eating the ass, okay? Listen, if you want some sugarcoat and shit going on, don't ask me tonight, because, child, listen, I just spilled my whole fucking drink on me, okay? I'm not giving you shit sugar-coated, okay? So, all right? Hey, Erica. Oh, my God, is it Mother's Day? Ooh, I need to call my mom. Shoot, I called my mom today, girl. She was like, let me call you back. I'm like, damn, Mom, can I talk a little bit? So she like, let me call you back, girl. Stop, man. All right, what else, Spirit? What needs to come out? You are my angel. This person looks at you as an angel. So I feel like the energy that's coming off of this card as far as you as my angel goes, it's like, you know, you this person feels like they are blessed that you are in this life with them. You know what I mean? Like this person is blessed by you in some way or another. In some way or another, this person is blessed by you, okay? Forgiveness comes out. Oh, that's not even this card from this deck. That's crazy, ain't it? Look, this is the deck I'm pulling from, which is this one right here. And then look what came out. This came out first. That's not even this deck, though. And then the forgiveness card came out. It says, forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward. So somebody needs to forgive somebody. You need to forgive. Forgive them. And I know you like, forgive who? And why? Okay, that's how I be. For what? That's not necessarily 100% true, because I be forgiving people, but also I be forgiving, but I don't be forgetting. That's what it be about. I forget, bitch, but I don't forget nothing. Okay. Release says radical acceptance and surrender can help you let go. So somebody's saying that, or Spirit is saying, surrender can help you let go. You know, radical acceptance and surrender can help you let go. So, yeah, I don't know. You know, sometimes people don't apologize for the shit that they did, you know, to you. And they pretend that it didn't happen. And then here we are. So, yeah, there's that whole thing. So sometimes these cards be pissing me off because of that reason. Like, psh, that bitch didn't apologize, right? That hoe didn't act like this. That hoe didn't take no accountability for the shit that they did. God damn it. Now, listen, Spirit. I know Spirit don't be having none of my shit half the time, though. I don't give a shit. Fuck it. Like, shh. Look, Spirit. You know what the hell I'm talking about? You know what I mean? Like, shh. You know what the hell it is. Dating says open to love, getting to know people, not committed to just one person. So, you know what I mean? Somebody is in the space where they're dating. And dating, to me, that's exactly what it is. When you are dating, you may be talking to multiple people. You may be just talking to multiple people. That doesn't mean that you're having sex with them all, duh. But, or any of them, rather. But you are dating potentially multiple people to just determine who it is that you want to kind of date more exclusively, or who you want to spend more of your time with, you know, to potentially who you may want to lock something down with or have something more exclusive with. But I'm seeing the missing you card. And to me, this is saying that somebody is missing you or you're missing somebody. So there is that energy present, especially since we have the Six of Cups present in this reading. And it says also it's complicated. So what's complicated? Ain't shit complicated. But you a lying ass motherfucker, okay? That's all there is to it. Stop lying. Secret Admirer says, yeah, I'm watching. So somebody might be watching you. You know, somebody might be admiring you from a distance. Maybe you don't know that this person is watching you. Maybe you don't know that this person is even interested in anything that you have going on. But this person is very interested in what you have going on because they are your secret admirer. We have bottom of the, sorry, not bottom of anything. This is flipped in reverse. In reverse, we got friends with benefits. So in reverse, friends with benefits came out. So this is not a friends with benefits situation, obviously, because it's in reverse. It could have been previously a friends with benefits situation where somebody now that you previously had a secret friends with benefits situation is now admiring you. You're secret admiring. This is somebody who might be missing you, but they're in a complicated situation, which is why they are secretly admiring you, because obviously we're not here for the friends with benefits bullshit, okay? We're just not interested in that. Like, nope, not here for it. Not investing. So I'm not avoiding, I just don't want what you want, right? So that's like either you or this person. You know, it's like, it's not a lie. I'm not, you know, fooling around. It's not multiple people, but you know, you kind of want to be in an open relationship and I'm not interested in that, or you want to be in a relationship and I'm not interested in that either, or whatever the case may be. You know, there's many dynamics of situations where, you know, one or the other parties may just not be interested in, and that could be even like, oh, I want to be in a committed relationship. I want to be with somebody who loves me and I love them and da-da-da. And you might be like, I'm not even into it. I don't even want a relationship. I just got out of a 20-year thing and I'm cool. Like, I don't want none of that. Right? It does not matter. You know, it could fall in either way. Whoever the party is that is just not vibing with the situation here. Okay. Hey, Richard, how we doing? Scared says someone is scared to open up. So somebody's afraid to open up, and it's just like, I get it sometimes, but not really. Because the reality is this, like, you're either going to be accepted or rejected. There's just two options, right? There's no in between. There's no extra, you know, trap door that you can get stuck in, you know? You're going to be accepted or you're going to get rejected. Just pure, true or false, right? And that's what it is. You go either, this person is either going to accept everything that you've said, or they're going to be like, hell no, not fucking with you, not fucking with anything you just said, and then they're gonna slam the door in your face, and then that's it, and that's fine. But, and I get it, you know, sometimes we're afraid of whatever the fuck, but reality, honey, listen, is, in my opinion, the faster and sooner I know, the easier and quicker I can move the fuck on with somebody new, okay? Because that's what it really be like, right? Like, oh, this person did not agree with the fact that I felt this way about them. They told me I was shit. They didn't want me. I don't want it like that. Damn it! Now I gotta move on and find somebody else. Like, that's super easy. Open and close case. Boom, done. Keeping in touch, small talk here and there, but definitely still holding on. So there's just like you know, a small talk going on. So someone is scared to open up. I feel like somebody's scared to open up. I'm gonna go ahead and clarify that card because I feel like I want to get more. Tell me more about this card, Spirit. King of Cups. So somebody is King of Cups. So this could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This could even also just be somebody who's a little moody. Somebody who is very much potentially a father. Potentially a father, you know. The King of Cups often represents like a Scorpio energy. It could be a Cancer as well. Or a Pisces. But definitely somebody who is sort of emotional, right? Like somebody who has a lot of emotions and things like that, okay? This could be somebody who's like a really good father, like a really good friend, husband, or boyfriend or whatever, but also just very moody, you know, somebody who just like, get your shit together, nigga. Like, ain't nobody got time for you to be switching 56 times. So how you feeling? Figure that shit out. Like, you know, it could be like that. It could really be like that. So this could be the person who is afraid to open up, somebody who is really emotional or has a lot of emotions or feelings or whatever about something. So that could be what's going on. The Ten of Cups is, sorry, Ten of Pentacles is there. It just showed up, but I put it back in the deck because it didn't feel like it resonated. Okay, let's see more. Okay, let's see. Ten of Wands. So Ten of Wands comes out, and the Ten of Wands is about a burden, right? Like, so somebody's dealing with a stress and a burden. Now, this burden or stress could be mental or emotional. It could also be financial as well, okay? This could be like a financial burden that somebody might be experiencing. Somebody might be just feeling like they don't have the support that they need family-wise. And the Wheel of Fortune is next after that. So it could just be like somebody who just feels like they just don't have all the fortune that they need. Yeah, so they hold back because of that. So this is somebody who is holding back, because it did say someone who's scared to open up. Somebody who could be holding back because they just don't feel fortunate. You know, they don't feel fortunate enough. They don't feel like they have the money. They don't feel like they are secure enough. Maybe this person just doesn't know how to communicate how they're feeling or whatever the case may be, but this person is definitely in that space. Now, I do see the communication of the Eight of Wands coming up, which does to me say that this person does want to communicate with you, say something to you, talk to you, or whatever. The thought, the feeling, the vibe is there, but maybe this person has hesitation about it, obviously, because the scared card, someone is scared to open up card did come up. Hello, welcome to my channel. How are you doing? Hi, how are we? Okay, so let's see. How does this person feel about the collective? Six of Pentacles is here. This person wants to give something to you. Give what, though? This person wants to come towards you. Okay, tell me more, Spirit. What does this person want to do? Like, what does this person want to give to the collective? Oh, a new beginning. Okay, this person wants to give you a new beginning. This person wants to come towards you. What else, Spirit? Tell me more. This person wants to come towards you. They want to take a leap of faith to come towards you, give you a new beginning, maybe even take you away somewhere where you guys can go and just you and this person. Like, this person's like, okay, just me and you let's go. Let's go do something. Let's get away from here. Stuff like that. So that's kind of good. I like that energy because sometimes a bitch just be needing to get the hell out of town. Okay, get the hell out of Dodge. How, like, you know, sometimes that just be needing to happen. We also have the Sun card. This person wants to make you happy. I do feel like this person wants to be honest and open with you, but there are some illusions that this person is keeping and holding from you as well. So, you know, although deep down, this person might want to open up to you about everything. This person may be afraid of opening up because maybe they think that you're not going to accept the situation or the circumstances. Maybe they feel like you're going to be disappointed or sad or just unopen to this, you know, whatever it is that they have to share with you. I do think that this person is hopeful, you know, that they will be able to support all of your kind of needs, desires, wants, etc. But there's something there that may be holding this person back from fully opening up, fully being capable of just giving you what you will need, right? Because in reality, like, bitch, okay. All right, let me stop. The pro come out, bitch. Huh, hold on, ho. You know, but no, like, I really feel like this person might just be having some apprehensions about whether or not they can kind of compete with what you are experiencing in life or what you're used to in life. And that's really what's coming off. Like, it's coming off like, can I really compete with what this person, with the quality of life that this person is used to? And I think that's what I'm looking at. Right, so. And I think this person is definitely hopeful, obviously, but this person may feel impoverished compared to you, too, by the way. Now, I do feel like there's a lot of possibilities here as well, but you know, that's going to require somebody to have a lot of faith. Yeah, this is gonna, this is crazy. These cards coming out right here like that. This is requiring somebody has to have a lot of faith in the fact that you guys can be successful together in order for them to fall into that space where they can just like fully open up to give you, you know, even what you need so that you guys can be successful with one another, which is a difficult space to be because that means that ultimately maybe without you, this person doesn't particularly believe fully. With you though in their life or with them or whatever, this person may actually see things a little differently, but it's a very catch-22 type of vibe. It's very much giving that in order for this person to fully manifest what could be potentially possible, this person has to really surrender to that belief or to that understanding or concept. But it's giving that you guys maybe aren't together. Maybe you guys don't live together, or maybe you guys don't live in the same place, or maybe you guys are in a distance from each other. Like maybe you guys are in a long distance relationship, or maybe you guys aren't even together, like, you know, whatever the case might be. And so it's difficult to see how things should be when you don't have the basic, you know, core fundamentals to visualize these things. So that's kind of what I'm picking up on. So I don't know what that's all about, but it's here. And either way though, I do see the Strength card and the Chariot card. So this Leo and Cancer energy coming up in this reading. You know, interestingly enough, the Leo card is all about prideful energy as it relates to just like being like totally a star, like feeling like I'm a star, like I'm that nigga, I'm that bitch, blah blah blah. But also feeling it's a very loyal energy, kind of like a loyalty, you know, associated with it. Also a sense of self-discipline associated with the Strength card. We also have the Chariot card, which represents a sense of victory, but also a sense of being very strategic. So it's like all of the elements of having a successful, victorious outcome is here, but somebody doesn't have the true vision. Somebody's unable to visualize that actually happening in real life. And therefore that causes them to have this impoverished mindset, right? Because if we look at the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles represents multiple things. It represents having hope and faith and stuff like that. But it also, if you are on the opposite end, right? Because to every good thing, there's a bad thing, right? To every right, there's a left. There's a polarity to every concept, right? So the polarity to the concept of hope would be poverty, impoverished. The polarity to poverty would be hope. So somebody is having a difficulty fully accepting and believing in this hopeful space of victory, because they're afraid. And the reason why I said that is because the scared card came out earlier, and the scared card said someone is scared to open up, right? And so that card is right underneath these cards that I'm looking at right here. So these cards are literally sitting on top of that card. So what I'm feeling very much so is that there's a lot of potential here. There's so much potential here that it's just like, it's amazing how much potential there is. Because we went from the Five of Pentacles to the Page of Pentacles to the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, which means that there is a progression of possibilities. It's like an opening of the universe, but someone cannot see that. And they cannot see that because maybe they're focused so much on the impoverished energy, right? Like, it's like you cannot focus on the victory. You can't focus on that, right? The reality, though, is that this is interesting. This is so interesting. I talk about this all the time on this channel. We talk about how it's about the law of attraction, right? Like, what is the statement? They teach us that you have to believe it. You have to see it before you can believe it, right? But in reality, the state of creation that we must be in is that we must believe it before we can see it. And that is where you become a conscious creator in life, which you are automatically. By default, you are a conscious creator, whether you know it or not, whether you accept it or believe it or not. You are a conscious creator from jump. Like, there's like, no, I don't need to do anything. You don't need to do anything. I don't need to say anything. I don't need to teach you nothing. There's nothing that I can do or give you or say, or anybody else can give you, do or say that will change the fact that you are right now a conscious creator. Unconscious creator. Right now you are a creator, right? Whether you're conscious of that creation or unconscious of your ability to create, you are a creator, right? The difference is when you're an unconscious creator, you're creating from default. So it doesn't matter what you're thinking, feeling, vibing at, no matter what, you are creating shit out of your life and you don't realize it, right? If you're a conscious creator, you recognize that my vibes, my feelings, my thoughts, my words, all of that shit goes into what I create in my life. And so you become more aware of what you say, what you think, what you do, what you feel, right? Like, you become a lot more aware of those things when you are aware that you are a creator. However, just the same, when you are not aware of that, you are still creating by default, whether you know it or believe it or not. So next thing is, we've been taught, okay, opposite of what it really is. We've been taught that I'll believe it when I see it, right? But the reality of that statement is that if you believe it when you see it, that means you already created something, whether you believe it or not. So whether I believe or not that there is a thing such as a dinosaur, in my mind, I've already created such a thing as a dinosaur. And so when I see the skeletal of a past dinosaur that's available, right? Like, there's a dinosaur that I go into the museum and I see the dinosaur, bones and shit like that. Well, shit, there's a fucking dinosaur there. Even if it's not alive, it was a previous thing here. Let's think of something else that's a lot more relevant to today. And let's say if I think, oh, I go, let's just say, you have not been taken into a vehicle for a ride, right? And you're like, oh, there's this thing that can drive around or whatever. You can think of a vehicle in your mind, and then when you go outside and you see vehicles, it's a real thing. Okay, that's not a good example. Let me think of something that's actually a good example. I don't know what's a good example. What I'm trying to say is this, okay? We've been taught that, you'll believe it when you see something, but in reality, creation is, you believe it first, you think of it, you visualize it, it's a real thing in your mind, and then it becomes a real actual thing in life, because that is something that you create. It's like a creation, right? A creation concept. And so really everything that we know should be flipped around and is in reverse as it relates to how we should be doing or going about. Doesn't mean that we're doing it like that, right? Okay, I'm gonna leave it there because my examples be trash sometimes, and I don't even need to do that to you or me. Okay, we don't need to go down that path. Anyway, So yes, so what I'm feeling very much so though is that someone is having a difficulty seeing the victory out of the situation. It's like you're looking at, because if I show you here what's going on, these cards, there's multiple other cards that are available, but if you look here, the Strength card is looking directly at the Five of Pentacles, right? And that's how it is when it's laying here, even though there are other cards present. So there are other cards present with this reading, and but still the Strength card is looking directly at the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles can represent hope, a space of hope, but it can also represent poverty and impoverish. So if all you know is poverty, impoverished energy, behavior, you know, shit going on around you, then that's what you see and that's what you believe, because that's what you're seeing, right? But keeping in mind what I just said about creation, regardless of whether or not you recognize it or you're conscious of it or you're aware of it, you are always creating. So even if you are only just creating because that's what I see every day. I see poverty every day. So that's why I'm, you know, seeing that, and that's what I'm creating. Be aware that your mindset could be different if you wanted it to. If you wanted to think differently, if you wanted to feel differently, you could. Because in reality, creation means that I see it in my mind's eye first. I believe it and I think it and I feel it before it can happen. I speak it into life before it can happen, because then I create that thing. We're talking about the act of creation. And in the act of creation, let's say when somebody wants to create apartment buildings, right? They don't say, oh, I believe it when I see it. No, they say, okay, let's go ahead and let's get a blueprint up. Let's get some architectures to come and design a place for us. They create a vision, and then they make that vision a real thing. They start breaking ground. They start, laying out the concrete. They start building that building up. And before you know it, they have an apartment building. But that apartment building was not there before they had it in their mind's eye. Okay. That apartment was not there before they thought of it first, before they created it in their mind's eye first. It then became a real physical thing once they created it here first. That is exactly what I'm trying to say when I say to you guys that creation is something that we are all aware of or all capable of, but many of us have been creating by default in the backwards way, which is I'll believe it when I see it, which in reality, you have to see it before you can believe it, because the reality is creation starts from nothing, right? Creation starts from nothing. It's just nothing out of nowhere. And then one day you have this idea, I could do this or I could do that. And then it becomes a thing when you begin to act towards that thing. That is the act of creation. Okay. And so it's not you can't absolve the act of creation from, oh, I want to create, let's just say you're sitting here right now and you're like, you know what? I think I want to create a crochet bikini, You start out with nothing and then you create this idea and then it happens. It's the same thing with every other form of creation. Exactly the same thing with every other form of creation. Even if it's like, I want to create my own island, like people go out there and clear the fucking ocean so that they can create their own fucking islands. I mean, it sounds crazy, but there's people out there doing shit like that. Stress it. So I feel like somebody is not having enough faith. Someone does not have enough trust in the spirit, in the unseen, in the mysterious part of life. Somebody doesn't have enough trust in the darkness of life. And the thing about darkness of life is that we've been taught that the darkness of life is all evil and this and that and the third and blah, 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 blah. Fuck that shit. How about we look at it like this? The darkness of life is that part where there's really not a lot there that we can actually, feel, see, and vibe upon it. But from a space of darkness, right? From nothing, from darkness, the void, right? From there, we can create something that adds a little bit of light to it, that adds a little bit of an atom that starts to create light, that starts to, friction together and creates a little chaos, right? Because in creation, there is a little chaos, a little friction goes in there, but then it begins to light up. And before you know it, there's no more darkness because you've created something that you can actually see. So let's just say that creation starts in darkness because you can't see it at first. It's something that at first you can't really see it. And then you start having that vision because it's not there, right? And then you start thinking of what you want to do. You want to create. You want to feel. You want to see. You want to vibe it. And you start creating something in your mind. It becomes a vision now. Now at some point in my mind, I can see it because it's a vision. It's a full thing. It's a fully created idea or concept. It goes from being a fully created idea or concept to being a real thing. Tell me that you don't understand what I'm saying. You have to understand what I'm saying, because there's never been anything that was created that did not start from that place of darkness that I just spoke about. There's not one thing that you can mention, not anything, that was a thing before they could believe, before it was believed, right? I'm looking at a cell phone right now. There was never a time where the cell phone was already present and then somebody was like, I'm going to create a cell phone. I'm going to create the first cell phone, right? No, it's fucking here already. You didn't create the first cell phone. Nigga, you creating the 13th generation of a cell phone. You didn't create the first one, dog. Okay? So think of that when I'm saying, before there was a cell phone, before cell phones were even a thought, somebody out of the space of darkness, okay, out of nothingness, had to think of this idea or this concept and create this thing, and it became a real physical thing. That's what I mean when I say that creation comes from nothing. It comes from space of darkness, and then it becomes something in real life, right? And then once it becomes something in real life, obviously we can like adjust it. We can make, we can tweak it. We can make the 15th edition of the first thing. But before it becomes the first edition thing, it was nothing. It was absolutely nothing there. And so there was no concept of, oh, I have to believe it. I have to see it before I can believe it. It wasn't that. I have to believe it first, because I had to think of it first. I had to think of it in my mind and realize that this is a viable concept. This is a real thing. I can create this thing in real life. But now how do I do it? Right? And of course, obviously, you might go through the steps of, okay, figuring out how to do it. But initially, you had the vision first. It started here in your mind's eye. It did not start with, oh, a physical, touchable thing. It didn't start there. It never does. Nothing in the world that we can think of started as a physical thing first. So we have to think of creation like that, as opposed to, I'll believe it when I can see it. Because when I believe it when I can see it, actually, when it comes to life, and when it comes to things coming into life or materializing in real life, in actuality, that actually doesn't even make sense. It really doesn't even make sense if we think about the concept of creation. Like, in the actual concept of creation, I'll believe it when I see it, is irrelevant. Doesn't make sense, because you're not going to see anything until you believe it first. You have to know that it's possible first. And the only way you know it's possible first is that you see it first in your mind's eye, and that you just feel like, I can do this. Like, I can really create this thing. Like, I'm good enough to do it. I can do that. And then you begin to create it. Right? You don't know. Maybe you're not the person that actually puts all the pieces together. Maybe you call a friend and like, hey, you know how to do such and such, and they like, I got you. You call another friend and they're like, you know how to do something. Like, I don't know how to do that, but I got a friend who know how to do that. And they call their friend like, you know how to do something. I got you. And then you put I got you and I got you together, and then y'all got a new component. And then a whole nother friend comes together and you like, you got such and such, blah, 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 blah. Got you. Y'all come together, y'all create 15, 13 different components, y'all put it together, and then boom, now you have a thing, a fully created thing. But it never starts as a fully created thing before it's a concept, an idea, or a thought, or a mind, or a visual in your mindset first. Let's be clear about that. So that's what creation actually is. And so we've been taught this concept of, well, I'll believe it when I see it, but that's not realistic. Realistically, if we are realistically talking about the concept of creation or how creation actually happens, it's something that we see first in our mind's eye. It's something that we create in our mind, a thought that comes up first before it is actually a physical thing that we can touch, feel, see, or, throw around, feel it, whatever. So now, when it comes to this concept of somebody being able to see that fortune is in their future, this is somebody who's having a difficulty seeing that because they don't see fortune in their life. They see poverty, right? Because keep in mind, even though the Five of Pentacles can represent hopefulness, it also represents poverty and impoverish, right? And so when you see poverty and impoverished energy, sometimes you just can't get past that. So honestly, shout out to the people who were looking at poverty all your life, you know what I mean? And you like, bitch, I ain't dealing with this all my life. I'm getting the hell out of here, and you get the fuck out of there because you're like, I'm not doing it. Okay, I'm not about to sit here in this shit all the time for the rest of my life. Because there are some people who just cannot see past that. They cannot endeavor to it. They cannot stir up a concept in their mind. They cannot find a way out. There's just no way that they can do it because they are unable to see beyond what they can see. And in reality, if I'm being 100% honest with you guys, everything that you currently can see right now in your life, if you look around in your life and you're wherever space you are at, whether you're in a room, whether you're outside, no matter where you are, if you look around in your life right now, everything that you see in your life is old news because it's already been created, right? It's already created. So everything here is old news. So in reality, we have to start thinking about, okay, well, what new can I create in my mind? Like, what new concepts can I come up with? But we fail to do that oftentimes because sometimes we get stuck in the actual physical space that we are in. Okay, I got this thing, I got that thing, I got that thing. That's what I'm stuck with. Like, you know, and that's how we get into this mindset sometimes that it's just, oh, whatever I can see, that's all there is. But that's not reality because creation starts first here. In the mind's eye. First it starts here. You create something in your mind, you believe that that thing is possible, and then it becomes a life physical force, a physical life touchable thing. Okay. And so I feel like somebody's stuck in their poverty. Somebody's stuck in their inability to see beyond what's going on in their physical life. You can't see past that. And so that's what that's what's holding up this thing here, because there's a lot of energy of, first off, there's a lot of first off, loyalty here with the strength card. Strength card is all about loyalty. It's all about dependability. It's also about having pride in that loyalty, and also having discipline, self-discipline as well, preparation as well. So there's a lot of, I feel as though somebody is like deep down, preparation is present. Like you've been prepped for something, but you are unable to see it because you're so focused on the past. You're so focused on the things that have already occurred. You're so focused on the things that have already been created in your life that you can't visualize something new to create something new in your life to make your life better. So that's what I see here for somebody. Also, though, the Chariot card is present. It's like victory is in your future. It's like present there for you. The issue is you're not seeing it. So somebody's not seeing what is capable and potential or possible for them because they're so focused on the poverty of it all. You're focused on your pity party, you know? You're focused on how things have already gone. You're focused on the lack. You're focused on your lack, you're focused on your poverty, you're focused on things not working out. That's what you're focused on. And until you change your mindset of focusing on, okay, I got to see things differently, you are not going to see what's in your future. And what's in your future is really beautiful. Like you got the Chariot card here, and you also have the Two of Cups. You have victory, you have love, you have partnership. You know, you have the ability to change like things in your life so much, but it's like you are just so hyper focused on your poverty. Honestly, like you're focused on your poverty. You're focused on things not working out, and you're just not showing that tenacity of life that you probably have in you. Like you probably got it within you, but you're just not there. Like you're just not focusing on that. You keep going back to the past. You keep going back to what has gone before, what has already been created, as opposed to, you know, looking at how you can use the passion, the tenacity that you have to create something better or something new, right? And even something better out of what you have, right? Like out of something old, you can create new things. You know, like they always have, like, for instance, we can think about the iPhone. The iPhone came out with fucking 17 versions, all right? So they created something new out of the old thing. They started the first edition and they was like, okay, we can improve this. They can improve and improve and improve and improve and improve and improve and improve it. And so now they got 17, 18 fucking versions of the same thing. But each time it gets better, right? Each time people want more and more. It's more and more a symbol and a sign of exclusivity. It's more and more a sign of, you know, whatever quality that they are creating based upon the illusion that they've put out there. But the reality is that that illusion was built upon their what is the right word? It's based upon their endeavor to create excellence out of what they're creating, right? So you can improve upon the things that you're doing. Basically what that means is this: you can improve upon the things that you're doing. It could look exactly the same as it did last time, but it could be different inside. The internals, the motherboard of that motherfucker could still be different because you can have a couple more components on that bitch. You can have a little bit more memory in that motherfucker. You know what I mean? You can have a little bit more knowledge on that bitch. But you have to see that. Nobody else can show you. You have to see it for yourself. Okay? Justice card is here. The Hierophant is also here. I feel like somebody may have dealt with like a little bit of a separation here. There was like an ending. It seemed like there was an ending for sure. You went through a dark spell or a dark moment or a dark time. You know, and I feel like you made a decision to kind of walk away from something. Maybe that wasn't the thing that I feel like that was a disappointment. Like, I don't feel like that was like the first thing that you wanted to do. Kind of disappointing. But stepping into your power, you know what I mean, and opening up to your passions or things that you want to really create in life, and also communicating. I think communication is really important here. You know, it's going to help you to make a decision to move towards your victory. So I feel like somebody here is, I feel like somebody's awakening to, you know, something that has occurred in their life. I think somebody's going to get more committed to walking towards their purpose and walking towards things that are going to elevate them. And sometimes, you know, I'm not going to tell you what that looks like. Honestly, I'm not going to give you an idea what that looks like, because that may look like you walking away from somebody. That may look like you walking towards somebody that you walked away from before. I don't know. What I'm telling you now, though, is that, you know, that's something you need to consider in your life, because there is the potential that you are walking towards somebody that you walked away from. There is the potential that you're walking away from somebody that you committed yourself to. There is the potential for all of that shit. Okay? You have to decide what's working for you based upon what you know is going on in your life, right? Based upon how you feel about what's going on in your life, okay? Yeah. Either way it goes, the Emperor card, though, stepping into your power and stepping into your passion. I feel like stepping into your power passion is so important, because your passion really is going to lead you down that path. It's going to help you make a decision that's going to lead to your victory as well. Lots of opportunities coming towards you. Lots of opportunities coming towards you. Maybe you were previously confused or kind of like in the dark, but this Empress, ooh, there's an Empress. Ooh, I feel like this is such an interesting thing. Oh, baby, looking. Because look, we started here with, hold on. Let me just spread these cards out of my fingers since I got little hands, you know what I mean? All right, look at this. So we got the Emperor card over here on this side right here, right? The Empress card is all the way right here. But in between, we've got so many things, so many obstacles, so many things to see, so many challenges to discover, right? So in order for this Emperor to get to his Empress, he has to make some decisions, you know? He does. He's got to make some solid decisions. He's got to, you know, choose the right path, the right opportunities. He's got to let go of some opportunities. Because let me tell you something, some opportunities ain't the right path. Some opportunities ain't it. It's a great opportunity, but it's not the opportunity for me. Okay? That could be the case. It could really be the shit, you know? And then that sometimes leads you to confusion, feeling blocked and stuff like that. But your Empress is on the other end, letting you know that she is always keeping you open. She's always there. She's always paying attention. She's always knowing what you're going through, always helping you through it. She's abundantly clear, abundantly open and ready to give you the nurture, the love. And also, it looks like a new beginning here. Wow. That's crazy. She's fully aware of like what's going on, you know? Now, I gotta admit that sometimes, as far as like the masculine and the feminine energy goes, sometimes you gotta figure the shit out on your own, not because you can't get the help from me, but also because you have to know how to make certain decisions. Like certain decisions, you have to know that shit's wrong. Like if you do that shit, not gonna be happy about it. And if I'm not happy about it, mama ain't happy though, or if the world ain't happy, right? I do believe happy spouse, happy house. I do believe in that, but also, you know, happy spouse, happy house, period. Like if my man's not happy about some shit and I want him to be happy and he not happy, something got to change. If my woman's not happy about something and I want her happy and she's not happy, something's got to change. Like that's just the facts, right? It's just the facts. So yeah, somebody's got to take a look at some of those things, you know, like happy spouse, happy house. God damn it. So, you know, there's a lot to think about. You know, there's a lot of shifts and changes. Somebody has gone, and it looks like a journey of like an ending. An ending happened. Somebody got some awakening, maybe made some decisions to walk away from something, but ultimately that led them to feel disappointed in life. And now it's like this person is really to step in their power of recognizing what they're feeling, what they're passionate about, what they really want, you know, to lead them to their victory. They go through the path to go to their victory. They choose what they actually want out of, you know, clarity after having a space of feeling confused, which is leading, hold on, this person goes through like a pathway, a journey that leads them from being blocked, confused, you know, unopened, to being in the space of an empress. Like, it's like the emperor finds the empress based upon going through these various different terrains, right? And I don't think that this person made the right choice initially. I feel like this person went through a couple of rocks, went through a couple mountains and dunes and sand dunes and shit like that. You ever been through a sandstorm? Let me tell you. I used to live in California, right? And there's this place where, you know, not too far out where I used to live at, they used to have, it's the only place in the whole state, right? They used to have sand tornadoes, okay? Like literal sand tornadoes, okay? So if you be walking across the street, right? And there's one place, it would be just like a tornado down the street. Like you would see that motherfucker coming, like, oh shit, it's a sand tornado. Let me get the hell out of here, right? Well, anyway, this whole place, like out of nowhere, first off, the whole state does not have any sort of forms of tornadoes, okay? But this one place has sand tornadoes. So if you go to this place, most likely you are going to find yourself visioning and seeing, huh? Hey mom, pasta's done. Thank you, son. You're gonna see a sand tornado. A tornado that starts with sand. It starts with a little dust, right? And then it turns into this very big ass dust storm. And before you know it, you're getting smacked in the face with sand. Okay. It's the only place I ever knew that ever happened like that, right? But it literally happens, right? Nowhere else in the state does that occur. So anyway, you know, it's an anomaly, basically. It's a fucking anomaly, okay? But it happens quite often in this one place. It's like, it doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't make no sense. So anyway, I feel like somebody is like looking at something that just it's like it's literally seems impossible. Like it just seems like it doesn't make any kind of sense, because that type of vibe, that type of energy, that type of weather doesn't even happen here. How does that even occur? It doesn't even happen here. Like the conditions in order to create that type of storm environment does not even happen here. How's that possible? I feel like somebody's dealing with that. It's like, how is it even possible that I'm able to, you know, get out of this space to get towards my empress or towards my, you know, new beginning, when there's so many things that occur in between. This person may be having a difficult time seeing the end of the road, but know that there's an end of the road, okay? Know that, once again, you are the creator of life, and you can choose to look at what's going on around you and accept that, or you can choose to create something different, but the choice ultimately and finally is yours, okay? Well, I guess that's it for me. I'm going to leave it there. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you can get notifications each and every time I upload a new video. And certainly, please, definitely smash the like button. Yeah, that's all I've got right now. I'm going to go ahead and end this reading. But I definitely enjoyed the message. I feel like it was an interesting little message to come through. Hopefully you got what you needed out of that. Ultimately, I feel like what the message, the overall message, the over-encompassing message really is saying that, you know, you need to be aware that you are the creator, okay? And you are creating by default, whether you know it or not. So be careful and be mindful of the things that you think, that you feel, that you see in your mind's eye, that you visualize. Be careful of those things, because you could be creating something good or bad based upon the things that go on right up in here. But the choice is yours. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Hopefully you guys are doing good. I want to say thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to end it here, okay? So have a good night. Bye.